Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Samichlaus Schwarzes. 11.2 ounce bottle, 330 milliliters, 14% alcohol. The Schwarzes is a black beer. It says the newest addition to the Samichlaus lineup is a Schwarzes-Bier. Also brewed on December 6th and aged for 10 months. So it says bottled in 2014. What does that mean? It must have been brewed on December 6th, 2013 and bottled in October of 2014. Okay, so SS, black beer, red trim, SS. Okay, now there are only 7 reviews for this beer on Beer Advocate. Rate Beer says that it's an alias of the classic, Samichlaus Classic. It is not an alias. It is a separate beer. It says right here, the newest edition. And they even describe how it's different from the classic. And how it's similar to the classic in the sense that it's brewed on the same date. So someone needs to get a message to Rate Beer and say, it's not the same beer. And I didn't see any video reviews for it, and I was looking, so that must mean that this is the first beer review, first video review for this beer in the world. I'm gonna put it in another Germanic-oriented beer, Schlitz, the Schlitz glass, lager. Some smoke. Now there are some strong Schlitz beers. The Ice Bull, IML. The Gold Bull, but those are so weak compared to this, 8.5%. Children's beers, kiddie beers. Well, first of all, it's not black, it's brown. Dark brown. And that's a Schwarzbier, you know, they're like the Mongshoff Schwarzbier, they're dark brown. Or the Shiner black beer. A lot of bubble streams. Not much of a head. You wouldn't expect that on such a high ABV beer. A beige head. You got these malt liquor guys, you know, they swill, and I would like to see them swill this bottle. It looks nice against those azaleas here in March 2015. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay, flavors of spicy rye, dark oak, and subtle smoke that balance quite nicely with more bittering and aroma hops than in prior versions of Samichlaus. Bittersweet and complexity is what this recipe is all about. This new amazing recipe. It does have smokiness. It has mossiness, peatiness. You know, it's like, man, if you gave me this beer and you... even making a spiral on the... Okay. If you gave me this beer in a blind smell test, I would think it was a Scotch ale, no joke. And a strong one. It has fruitiness, richness, sweetness, sugariness. Extremely bold barley malt. Well... It was $4.99 for the bottle at Dorgnac's in Metairie, Louisiana. It was $18.99 for the 4-pack. I might have to get some more of this and do one for the Malt Liquor Project. You heard me? So, I could just sit and smell it. I had it in the freezer for a long time, like over 30 minutes, but it ain't gonna freeze. Hey now, Kong. Wow, that is like black licorice, booziness, sweetness, rich, bready, black bread, barley malt, smokiness, like they said, some rye, peppery rye, but I don't think they use rye, but they could because they don't list the ingredients. caramel. Oh yeah, definitely caramel. It's like caramel candy, maybe some nougat. Oh man, this stuff is rich to the hilt. The mouthfeel is medium to heavy. It's slick, a little syrupy. The finish is sweet, intense. It's sippable. It is not guzzleable. Do not guzzle this beer, Holmes. Don't guzzle Schlitz Gold Bull. I can't even. Gold Bull. You know, I'm talking about Gold Bull and IML Ice Bull. It has some similarities to that in the sense that there's that grain husk. You know, you get that grain husk from these high gravity lagers, but it's so subdued, you know, relative to those. I think this beer is smoother than those, but it is, I mean, this is going to be a knockout beer. Oh, there's already sediment at the bottle. There's already sediment at the bottle. I'm going to get the sediment out of this little bottle. I'll drink about 2 or 3 of these bottles and go driving. Yeah, right. Listen to that fizz. Oh my goodness. Schloss. Alright, well, if you haven't seen the SS, I would recommend that you get it. Look at that head, died right away, that lack of lacing. It's a Coca-Cola. I would not buy this for a college fraternity party, because a lot of college kids would be getting expelled after that party from that school, having to do community service, I'm sure. I mean, the head is just gone now. It just went whoosh when I poured the rest in. Isn't that amazing? That is incredible. I tell you what, that anise, that licorice flavor is so I was gonna say distinct. Well, it's not really distinct. They have other beers with it. It's memorable. I have had the classic. I've had the Helles. And now I have the Schwarzes-Bier. It's not really like so roasty though. I don't know. I think this is the best of the 3 so far. And somebody was saying on another website that it was a one-time thing, and it could be, so you might want to stock up. And I bet this thing would age like mad. I have a Samichlaus Classic aging right now from 2012, so I'm gonna see how long I can go with that. Little carbonation. Oh, if you like intense, super strong, and ultra delicious beers, this is one to get. You're gonna have to pay about $5 or a little less if you buy the 4-pack for this beer, but it's well worth it. It's memorable. It's a solid 8. Hold on a second. This is world class. I mean, it's a solid world class beer. It's above 100. It's above an A+. I mean, maybe you can quibble about how it looks. I mean, it does look very Coca-Cola, but the flavor is gonna take care of that problem. Fantastic beer. I'm being surrounded by bumblebees, and les bon temps relais. I'm gonna end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans. Y'all, thanks for watching. Y'all.